Hey, welcome to the Digitally Overwhelmed podcast. My name is Cynthia. I'm your host, and I run Digital Bloom IQ, where I help health and wellness businesses get found in Google and heal more of the world. This is episode 215 of the podcast. And today I'm going to be talking all about some homegrown traffic students. I'm going to be spotlighting them for their amazing work, for the progress that they've made with the course. And I want to highlight some really cool areas of their website so we can all learn from them. I'm just so proud of my students. And if you don't know about homegrown traffic, basically it is my signature SEO course where I teach you my 4-part SEO process for getting ranked in Google. It's designed for small to medium-sized businesses who are starting out on their SEO journey and they don't want all the bells and whistles of doing search marketing. They just want a simple process that allows them to start getting ranked, to start seeing results, and to run their business and do the things that they do enjoy doing in their businesses. And so I just love teaching, and I love teaching this stuff because I like to keep it simple. And the course is also quite in depth. So the first 4 modules are the basic process, and then there's a bunch of bonuses. There's a module 5 that goes into technical SEO. But yeah, if you want to hear more about the course, stick around to the end. You can also go to digitalbloomiq.com/SEO course, and you can get all the information there. But yeah, at the end, I will speak a little bit more to that. But first, I wanted to start with the lovely Jen Vasquez. She is a wedding photographer, and we are seeing her website right now on the screen. And so I think that, Jen has done a great job at applying the information from the course to her website. And I just really think that there's so many great things here. So right off the bat, I love that she has her different types of services, and we can see that this the type of service is reflected in the URL. So if someone were to search her name and were to search branding, for example, Jen Vasquez, that's what they would find. And so I think that's just a great way already to start to incorporate brand keywords into the website, right? So this is one of the things I teach in the course, is how to become aware of your keywords, how to start using a tool like the Search Console to understand which keywords you're ranking in today. And then we go into how to incorporate these keywords in a natural way, or how to make some shifts to these main site pages so that these branding keywords are reflected. So in general, we have 2 types of keywords. We have branding keywords like our name, the name of our company, if we're in a specific niche. So in Jen's case, it might be wedding photographer, in the Bay Area. So those are kind of branding and general keywords that we want sprinkled throughout the website. But then we also have query keywords or question keywords that we would include in a blogging or in other parts of the website that answer specific questions. But right off the bat, I can see that she's definitely incorporated that into the top menu here. We've got weddings, branding, and portraits. And let's just check out her homepage quickly. So the homepage is such an important page on your website. And so many businesses don't spend enough time on the about page, I meant to say, because the about page is where we get to know the other human on the other side of the screen. And especially something like a wedding photographer, we want to understand who's going to be there at my wedding, who's going to be taking care of this important job of documenting my wedding. So even if you're not a wedding photographer and you do something else, if you're a product-based business, you need to have a good about page because people look for it. If you have a team, make an about page for your team. I've noticed a big difference with the websites that don't have an about page versus the ones that do. And it's just such a important page that I think gets overlooked. So I love all these things. I especially love that she has some testimonials right here off the bat for us to check out. I love that she's got some, some of the places where she's been featured. Another cool thing would be if we could actually click here and look at her feature. If there is a feature on specific feature of her on those websites, that would be great. So let's move on to Jen's blog area. We can see that she has definitely started to do her own keyword research. So here we've got how to prepare, what to wear, and everything between for family portraits. I think that's great. So these are all keywords and content that are related to what her ideal audience would search. And so we can also see that she's added some of her own sessions. And so this is not necessarily a keyword specific blog post, but it's still an important piece of content that people are going to want to see her work and get to know her. The other keywords here that, because she is a location specific business, definitely targeting keywords around specific locations. So in this case, she's the Bay Area, so Lake Tahoe, elopement and weddings. So that's a keyword. Okay, so this is great. I'm loving all of this. And I'm going to move on to our next homegrown traffic student, which is Abigail of Yeah You Paper Objects. And I've actually known Abigail for a few years. We're good friends. And I was super happy when she decided to join the SEO course. So Abigail is a product-based business owner. She's got an e-commerce shop on her website. And I will say that homegrown traffic doesn't focus as much on e-commerce, but there are a lot of principles that you can apply to your e-commerce shop. And we were definitely able to do that for Abigail and her website. So she's made quite a few changes to her homepage. I think even after the course, she went back and made some changes, but I love that she's featuring her products up front and center. We've got some products that are more custom, and then we've got some products that are pre-made, which is great. And I just love that on the homepage, we already get an image of Abigail. We get a little bio here. This is great. All this information just really helps us connect with Abigail more and get a sense of who she is and what she's about. I love here that if we scroll a little bit further, we see that she's actually has an Etsy Design Award. This is amazing. So anywhere where we can show where we've been featured, where we've gotten some award or licenses or anything that shows authority is amazing for SEO as well for the visitor. So let's move on to her about page, because I know that you guys, I'm curious to see what her about page looks like. I'm loving this side menu. So here she's got a little opt-in. She's got her Instagram. And yeah, we've got a great about page. There is actually an image here that's still loading. But yeah, Abigail, spent some time on this about page. And so again, for many of you, the about page might seem kind of like hard to write because you're writing about yourself or you're writing about your company, or maybe you're not exactly what, you're not sure what to put. And at the end of the day, we just want the about page to actually be more about what the visitor is looking to connect with you with. So yes, you can include a bio and that sort of thing, but just speaking to their needs, speaking to your story and how that connects with their needs is great. And so that can take away this pressure of feeling like you need to have the about page like be an autobiography. It actually can be something that's very visitor focused. And so, yeah, so here we've got a lovely picture of Abigail in her studio with her art and her crafts. And, she talks about the story behind the brand. She talks about, to be human is to be creative. And yes, she definitely, you know, speaks to her story, but you can see right off the back, she also speaks to the brand values. And at the bottom, she's got her media, her features and media. So this is a great about page template. And I highly recommend that you spend some time on your about page like Abigail did. And definitely, you know, if you need to work with an SEO expert or a copywriter to get that about page going, it's going to make a big difference. The other thing I love about some of the changes she's made here is that she's organized her categories by just different keywords and different things. So we've got the house portraits, we've got paper craft kits, but then we've also got these pre-made paper places, and then she's got all the different locations. And this is very smart because there are definitely people who might be searching, you know, Illinois paper map or paper craft or Illinois artwork. And so these keywords will help her rank in the search results, and they will help the products actually to show up in the search results, which is ideal. All right, I'm loving all these. She's cleaned all this up. I remember last time we looked at this was different. Yeah, this is looking really great. Let's move on to our last student spotlight, which is Stephanie of A Healthy Balance. And so Stephanie is a functional nutritionist based in Portland. She started the course a few months ago. And so I have to highlight that all these students have started the course a few months ago. So I'm not showing their traffic results yet because they're still working through a lot of these things. And so I wanted to highlight the changes they've made. And over the next year or so, I will come back and I'll show you guys some of the traffic results they've gotten. But the short-term, you know, benefit of the SEO course is tweaking your website and having some guidance of what you can do today so that tomorrow you can start ranking. And I have no doubt that they've actually already gotten some traffic results, but I wanted to show you and highlight their beautiful websites and some of the great things they've done. So like I said, Stephanie is a functional nutritionist. She's got a beautiful website, and I think she's done a really good job at organizing things in a way that are really SEO friendly. You can see right off the bat in the top nav, we can click here to book her, book a session with her, which I love. You know, some people hide this or make it hard. So we can just right off the bat, you know, book time with her. She's got a blog, which we're going to look at, and she's got recipes. And, you know, even at the homepage, in the homepage, it's almost acting like an about page where she starts talking about her process. And she's got some client referrals and client words here. She's got a link to her newsletter right there, which is amazing. And also links to her social media, which make it really easy for us to check those out. All right, let's go to the blog page. All right, so definitely loving all these topics. And let's click into this one. So yeah, so I think she's done a good job here at applying some of the SEO principles we talk about in the course to organize content, to, you know, make content easy for people to initially scan and then decide if they want to read through. That's very common. And there's lots of studies that show just like that first page of the visitor, the first few clicks, people are just getting to know your website. And so it's important to give them that great first impression that says, hey, we've got some useful information here, stick around. Many times people will bookmark something and then they'll come back to it. So just keep that in mind. So here, you know, she's got some fermented foods resources, and then she actually links to her sauerkraut recipe, which I think is really smart. So any way we can link between one page to another is important because that gives our visitors the opportunity to stick around longer on our websites. And she's got a great recipe here that's actually, you know, fairly detailed. And I also love that she's got some free resources here. And so We've got a meal prep guide for minimalists. And it's so important on a website, even if you're, just starting things and figuring stuff out, anything that's a downloadable, either a guide or a PDF or a meditation or an audio or even a video, we want to make sure that we are asking for an email in most cases, because this is a great opportunity for us to grow our email list and to also stay in touch with the person. And it doesn't have to be spammy, it doesn't have to be annoying. It can be something super helpful. We can also, in this case for Stephanie, maybe she has specific emails that go out for the visitors who do download this meal prep guide, and she just checks in with them. She gives them additional tips. She supports them as they're doing their meal prep. And you can really just be of service, collecting this email and staying in touch, and the person can always unsubscribe. All right, well, all these students, I'm just so proud of all my Homegrown Traffic students. And if you don't know, I have finally decided to open up the Homegrown Traffic course again. I opened it up twice this year, and I'm opening it up again. And it's currently on sale. And as well, there's some bonuses that I don't usually include, and it gets comboed with a couple other trainings, including your first year of SEO training, my growth party training, and a writing workshop training. So if you are looking for some extra inspiration, some extra guidance around your SEO, around your writing, around your website, definitely check out the Homegrown Traffic SEO course. The price will be going up at the end of this month. And I will be, continuing to add to the course. So when you sign up today, you get access to all future versions of the SEO course, as well as live rounds. So this isn't a live round, but I like to do around 2 to 3 live rounds per year. And so basically that's an opportunity to get access to me and my team, to ask questions, to be part of a Facebook group, and just get that community and that accountability. And if you're looking for not just an SEO routine and SEO guidance today, but really a future community you can come back to ask questions, to get support, definitely check it out. So you can go to digitalbloomiq.com/SEO course. And I'll just quickly show you guys here on the screen. And so that's going to take you to the course page. Here you can get all sorts of information about the course, the curriculum, the bonuses, and I just can't wait to see you there. All right. I hope you have a great day, and catch you next week on the podcast.